Hi everyone, it's Ashley with Northeast Acura, and today I'm going to be going over a lot of the functions and what the different buttons do on your steering wheel. So my easiest way to kind of categorize the different sections of your steering wheel is that the whole left side of your steering wheel is going to be all of like your entertainment functions. The whole right side of your steering wheel is going to be all of your different driving functions and cruise control. So starting on the left side, you have your main on-off button that just turns on and off your audio system. This right here is just the rocker switch that goes up and down for your volume. This button right here is your voice command button. So this button has two different functions. If you give it a quick press, that's going to be your Acura voice commands. And then if you have an iPhone, if you press and hold this button, it'll be Siri. This little button right here works with this. So this apps button, when you give it a press, your different sources of music, your phone book and everything is gonna pop up right on your steering wheel, and you can use this scroll to go through it. If I wanted to click on something, I'd just push this scroll in like a button. To exit out of the apps on that screen, that's what you'll kind of use this back button for right here. So another big thing is that this scroll right here, it serves a lot of different purposes, and it has a lot of different functions. So of course you use it to scroll up and down on that apps list we just went through, and I push it in when I want to click on something, or I push it in to pause my music. Another big function is that you may have not seen it at first, but there is no like pick up or hang up button for when somebody calls you while you're driving. This scroll is actually going to serve that purpose. So every time somebody calls you while you're driving, a little diagram will either pop up on your screen on your dash, or if you have a heads-up display, it will pop up on your heads-up display. And it's going to tell you which way to push this scroll side to side to pick up or hang up. You would push left to hang up, push right to pick up. But again, every time somebody calls you, it will pop up on the screen. This scroll also, if you push it side to side, will change the song or what song you're listening to change it that way. So again, all your entertainment functions. Now we move to the right side of the steering wheel, which again is all of our driving functions. So starting from the top here, this button, the only thing it does is the main on-off function for your cruise control. So in order to use your cruise control, you have to make sure to push this button first and see that same symbol pop up on the dash screen of your car. So once that's on, you can then, once you want to set your cruise control, you just follow this little diagram right here and push down to set, and then you can increase or decrease the set speed. You can cancel cruise control just by hitting this button, or of course, normally if you put your foot on the brake pedal, it will also cancel it out. If you're not using cruise control, you don't want to stare at that little icon on your screen to turn the whole system off. You just give it another push right up here. Now, these two features, so we'll start with this one. This, you have to make sure your cruise control is on, because this is the button for your adaptive cruise control. So when I push this button while my cruise control function is on, you'll see different blocks pop up on your dash screen, and each one of those blocks stands for one car length. So I can edit the distance of my adaptive cruise control to make it longer so it senses more car lengths ahead, or shorter for less car lengths, and you can kind of edit it so it's your preference. If you do not want to use adaptive cruise control and you want to do your normal cruise control, all you have to do is press and hold this button, and it will change to normal cruise mode. So it won't have that adaptive function. You'll know it changes. Of course, it will give you that audio signal like it just did, but you'll also see that little symbol change. If you want to go back to adaptive, same thing. You just press and hold till it changes. So now that I'm done with cruise control, push that to turn the whole function off. This button right here is one of your safety features. So this button is lane keep assist. So in order to turn that on, I just give it a push. You'll know it's on. You'll see those little lanes pop up on your dash screen. Now, this function is the one that will actually just bump you back in the lane. It won't necessarily jerk the wheel from you at all. It just slightly bumps you back in. A couple things about this, it definitely is geared towards more of like highway use. There has to be lines on the road. You have to be going over, I believe, 40 miles an hour for it to engage. Of course, your hands have to be on the steering wheel. It is not an autonomous driving feature, but it is a nice safety feature that kind of keeps you in your lane. If you're not using it, you don't want to use it, press that and it will turn it off. This scroll right here kind of works the same as this one, just driving features. If you scroll through it, it will change among your different screens on your dash screen there, so you can bring up whichever one you choose. If you want to go, if you're on your trip computer and you want to go from trip A to trip B, you'll push that one over to the side and you can change your trip. If you want to reset your trip computer, you'll press this in and hold it until your trip computer resets. So again, these are all your different functions on your steering wheel. For more questions on the features in your Acura vehicle, if you're interested in purchasing an Acura, you can visit us online, give us a call, or come down to the dealership and see me.